So I had 4 pancakes. It was said it could make 6 to 8 pancakes. 8 if you make them small enough. And I could only make 4. Because that's what my mix allowed me to. Because it exploded all over. 2 pancakes worth of mix. Spread out all over my counter.
Here's that's pretty good. Pretty good story. But here's what I think is the better story was that all 3 of us were at dinner with Rosie's parents last Friday, and the poor waitress at Waitea, it was only her second day, and Rosie's dad ordered a bottle of wine, and she comes down, and she doesn't know how to open I don't think she ever's opened a bottle of wine in her life.
Yeah, it was a weird twist thing, though.
Yeah, she has the corkscrew, and she's, like, really struggling. She can't get the cork out of the wine, and eventually...
Because it can't pop.
Oh, right. She told us it can't pop in front of the customer.
Yeah.
Except we were literally the only people down there, and we obviously did not care. And we'd already seen her struggling, and I feel like part of the reason why you don't let people hear the pop is, like, it's supposed to be effortless and whatever, but, I mean...
It's not effortless at all.
Not effortless.
I didn't really set the scene correctly, so we're in the basement of Waitea, and it's time, there's no music, and we're the only people down there. We're all just, like, watching her struggle with this wine silently, and it's the most awkward thing in the world. And then she breaks the cork off and inside the bottle, and then she grabs your dad's knife and starts stabbing the cork down into the wine bottle.
Yeah, so I had some cork tasting red wine because I got the last cup, so I had some nice cork tasting wine, which is fine by me. I mean, it was okay, like, you know. So
there's a little tidbit of our lives outside of the podcast. We're friends.
No, we hate each other.
Start the music.
All right, we're starting the music. That was too long of an intro.
That was our intro?
All right, ready, and action.
Welcome to Chicks and Flicks. I'm Maya.
I'm Anna.
I'm Rosie.
Yep, and we're coming to you live on a Monday.
Not live.
Not live. Shut up, you guys. Coming on a nice, beautiful, snowy Monday evening. Mm-hmm. So let's get started with our news. February 27th is when this happened. Leonard. Sorry, I'm like the date. It's like February 27th, 3:25 p.m. But this is really sad. Leonard Nimoy, who is famously known as Spock from the Star Trek TV series, has passed away. He passed away at the age of 83, and he has passed away, and actor, writer, director. He has been in a lot of Star Trek movies. He was in the recent Star Trek Into Darkness movie for a tidbit, trying to give some advice to new Spock, and it's really sad because he just had some heart complications, and he just went in and passed away, and I feel bad.
Oh, I didn't know he was Jewish. I'm reading this article now.
Yeah, there's a nice article.
Jew shout out.
On Vulture about Spock about Leonard Nimoy, about his character Spock. And, that character meant a lot to a lot of people. Like, a lot of people really connected to Spock, mm-hmm. Specifically in the original series. He's kind of like, he doesn't feel emotions, but he's the most emotional character in some ways, and I feel like a lot of people relate to that. So it's just he created a nice character, and sad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like Rosie's probably the biggest Trekkie here.
Really?
I don't know, maybe. Probably both of us.
I think you are.
Really? I watch Next Generation. I never really watched much original.
I watched some original, but I didn't get very far.
Isn't Abby a big fan? Hi, Abby.
Yeah, Abby's a big fan.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't know if she's listening to these.
We'll tell her that we give her a shout out.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So I was looking at that happened. It just said Jared Leto just chopped off his beautiful locks for Suicide Squad, and I was just really upset because I was going to use his hair. I was going to use his hair for a weave, guys, and now it's over. Anyway, let's go to this.
But don't you need him to chop it off to use it for a week?
Yeah, but
so this
I
is
wasn't
exactly
there to grab the hair.
Well, he's weird. He's a weirdo. He probably saved it. I'm saying my dad saved his chopped off ponytail.
Does he still have it?
Probably. There's a whole cupboard filled with. You know what? Let's not get into it.
So Richard Linklater thinks that there might be a Boyhood sequel. I read this like a week ago, so...
Why?
So they said that there's this one follow-up to Boyhood called That's What I'm Talking About, which is a spiritual sequel to Boyhood, which will focus on a crop of characters new to the college scene. And because he says that, like, he woke up in the morning and said that the 20s are pretty formative, you know? That's where you really become who you're going to be. It's one thing to grow up and go to college, but it's another thing to... And then, so he drifted towards going to a sequel. But I don't think he's going to do the same 12-year structure to this. Or, you know, but it'll be interesting. I mean, he's sort of done a 20s experience with Before Sunrise and
stuff.
That's
true.
Like,
he made a lot of sequels to those movies.
So, I'm ready.
Really?
Take me on this adventure, Richard Linklater, because I love his films.
I just don't know why it has to be a sequel.
Is it a spiritual sequel, Rosie?
What does that mean?
That means that.
So is it gonna be what's his name? Eller Coltrane. That's his name, right? Did I make that up?
Again.
Oh yeah.
He is becoming emo again. He put his nose ring back and everything.
It did seem like they set up enough at the end of the movie for a sequel. Like they had, I was like kind of. I love Boyhood, but the end of the movie was like too long. They get all into his college. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on?
Also, because he said it was structured off of the 12 years of school. He was like, okay, we're done. Right, he graduated. That's it.
He would likely jetson. So he would do it. I guess. What if they're?
Although I guess he's.
What if they?
How old when you start? Like 5.
That would be really funny if they were filming this like 20s now, and he's like, I will get this Oscar.
Is he even? Is he 20?
He's like, yeah, he's 20 years old.
Yeah, he wasn't even nominated for Best Actor. This kid in Boyhood.
Yeah,
no.
I think they were just thinking like he got help or something like that, or.
Too much help.
Too much help.
It's really like weird with like kids. They're like, you know, we're like they have to be really directed instead of like flawlessly doing it, which is weird.
Okay.
But yeah, Eller Coltrane, hit me up. This is another shout out to him. Only white boy in his 20s that I will shout out to him.
So are you saying that if they're in their 20s, they have to be POC, or are you saying that like?
No, I'm saying...
No 20s at all.
White boy 20s at all. Well, no 20-year-old boy at all.
Okay.
Especially if they're white.
Yeah. I understand.
But he can hit me up. He's actually younger than me by like a year.
Ooh.
Wow.
So I'm going into this territory. Which actually I gave a year.
Some cradle robbing.
Watch it grow up.
I know everything about it.
Alright.
I watched Boyhood at least once.
Listeners, what do you think? Boyhood sequel?
Would you watch it
Eller?
with me?
Maya Eller. Maya Coltrane. Oh, that's a good name. But Maya Mariner is such a good name.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I haven't really thought of like.
Yes.
Is it really like okay?
Yes.
Do an award.
Yeah.
That was like the first thing my dad said about you, like before we met you, because I just knew your name,
really?
and he was like, "That's such a good name."
I just never. Every time I try to do like, and the Oscar goes to
Maya Mariner.
I'm like, is it like? Like I just
yeah, that's nice. Animenta is not good. It's too rhymey.
Animenta.
Yeah.
I like it. It's better than Rosie Hertzman.
No, I think that's a pretty good.
Hear the fakeness? Did you hear the fakeness? They're so fake. Oh my god, I call these people my friends.
Oh my goodness.
I think it is a good name.
Lying through their teeth.
Okay.
Wow.
So there was a rumor that David O. Russell and Jennifer Lawrence got into a fight on set. That Jennifer Lawrence actually had to come on her Facebook page and address it. So she said, I know I don't go on here a lot because I can barely work email, but there's a terrible rumor going around the last 24 hours, so I want to clear it up. David O. Russell is one of my closest friends, and we have an amazing collaborative working relationship. I adore this man, and he does not deserve this tabloid malarkey. This movie is going to be great, and I'm having a blast making it. So there was a rumor that they were having a loud argument on set, that the director was shouting, ear piercing and laced with profanities, like insults towards her. But then they said that, oh no, it was for him to set up her going into a scene, and she was, you know, consenting towards him yelling at her to like set up for a big scene. So I guess people were making stuff out of nothing, but I just saw this on Facebook. When I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw Jennifer Lawrence, like, hey, it's Jennifer on her Facebook page. And I was like, what? So this was a thing. But yeah, she's doing a film, if you guys do not know.
With
it's
another
David O. Russell film that's about, I forgot. The person who makes the Swiffer or something like that. The Swiffer mop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's
doesn't David O. Russell have like a bad history with actors?
Yeah. So you think she's lying?
George Clooney.
I mean, I don't necessarily think she's lying, but
and they don't talk to each other. Well, now they do. And then Lily Tomlin was the one, and I heard there's like an actual video of him yelling at her. But he said in 2013 that they both, quote unquote, love each other. Rosie, another face by Rosie.
All right, whatever.
On that orange juice. But that's none of my business.
Jennifer Lawrence so earnest in literally everything she does. I believe her. Yeah. She puts so much effort. She wrote a whole paragraph.
I know, she wrote a whole paragraph on Facebook.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying don't believe her. If I were gonna point figures at anyone in this situation, it would be David O. Russell, not Jennifer Lawrence, because I think you always have to think about like the positions of power and
totally. Yeah.
But
that's a good point.
Yeah, and you know, also like he employs her a lot, and having a really good relationship with a director who gets you Oscars is like not something that you take lightly. So
that's true.
Yeah.
So there's a new report, sort of, that says Marvel's Spider-Man won't be white. They said that there is speculation new information regarding the casting of Spider-Man suggests a 95% chance that the actor who will play Spider-Man in Captain America: Civil War won't be white.
Where are they getting that statistic?
They said that this was from The Wrap's Jeff Snyder, who said that, but he might have like, you know, sources backed by this.
Oh, he's a journalist?
Yeah. And then he also suggests that reported that this might be an actor that's much younger than Andrew Garfield, who's 31. So I'm excited that there might be a black or Hispanic or, you know, a black
so weird. I feel like we're on different
whoever.
Because the way that we're set up is like you two are on that side and I'm over here and you're both looking at me. I feel like you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
like this.
Yeah, I'm excited for this.
I'll believe it when I see it. I will believe it when I see it.
Yeah, believe it when we see it.
Not even when it first casting gets announced, because you know they can go back on their word. Like I don't.
My favorite is that it's 95% chance, but there's gonna be a 5% chance. Yeah, we got a white dude. I'm gonna be so upset by this.
Also, where is this report coming from? But I just this is better than any of the other times when people are like, let's cast a person of color for this next superhero movie, and there's radio silence in response to that. So this is
at least there's hopeful. Something. This is maybe hopeful. Well, hopefully we'll see something, you know, in the next, you know, month.
If Dylan O'Brien gets cast, I mean, I love him, but no, absolutely not.
Check out our Tumblr if that happens.
Who's the guy who's on Teen Wolf that's Latino? The one
Tyler Posey.
Tyler Posey. Yeah. That would be cool. Swap one Teen Wolf for another Teen Wolf. I don't watch Teen Wolf, so I just made that joke for nothing.
Not for nothing. Not for nothing.
Okay, let's move on. Are we going to talk about Leonardo DiCaprio?
Oh, sure.
Okay. You know, Maya wants to.
Leonardo DiCaprio, my husband, or future husband. We haven't really set anything in permanent stone yet. this headline by the AV Club is so cheeky. But it says that he will be producing this film by playing this guy that has 24 personalities based on Daniel Keyes' 1981 biography, The Minds of Billy Milligan. Oh, about Billy Milligan. So, this movie has been struggling to make an appearance in the filming. It's been for like 15 years in limbo. And it was supposed to be like, with Brad Pitt and stuff, but now Leonardo DiCaprio has finally taken this role.
This sounds like his Oscar movie.
Multi-personality biopic. He better get something out of this. God, he's reaching so much. Oh man.
So this would be. What were the 4 Oscar categories? It was like drama, history. Biography. So this is biography, drama.
Maybe this is history.
Is there war?
It might be a history one.
Is there war? Oh, I think war is the last one.
Yeah,
that's what you were saying. Yeah. No.
Yeah, and then it's just funny. It's like after Leonardo DiCaprio gets mauled by a bear on Christmas Day 2015. I'm like, what? Now I got
another movie coming out.
No, he just got mauled by a bear.
What? In real life?
I don't know. It's just AV Club. What are you doing? Why are you taking me on these roads? No, it's a fucking movie.
Okay, that's what I thought.
God damn it.
Do you want him to get mauled by a bear?
That'd be pretty interesting.
There's that one that's
good movie news.
One set of gifs where he's like he's with the penguin and the penguin comes like attacking him and he falls over in the Arctic.
I've seen that.
It's so
I've never seen that.
DiCaprio chased by penguin. So it makes me happy. Anyway.
Who was it that was filming something with like all the dogs? And it was just like, it was Daniel Radcliffe with all the dogs. I was so mad when someone explained that to me. I was like, this was perfect without knowing what was going on.
And let's just do one more. So we'll do this one.
Alright, fine. Taking away my Adventure Time movie.
Oh, you want to talk about Adventure Time?
No, there's gotta be an Adventure Time movie. It's over. Okay.
Sorry, Adventure Time fans. So we're gonna talk about this one because it's been getting like the rounds on social media and stuff. There's this first picture of Eddie Redmayne as a transgender painter, Lili Elbe, which is called the Danish Girl because Lili Elbe was the first transgender person to get surgery in the 1900s, like in the early 1900s. So this was in Denmark. So this is like a really big deal, but people are very upset because it is a cis man, Eddie Redmayne, playing a trans woman. He says in this, like, the Telegraph, about playing this part, this is what he has said, because usually, like, actors don't say anything about it, like, when they're, like, questioned about him playing other genders, they don't really say anything. Sorry, microphone. But he has said, there's a incredibly valid discussion for why a trans actress isn't playing the part, because there are so many brilliant trans actresses, and I'm sure there are many who could play this part sensationally. But one of the complications is that nowadays you have hormones, and many trans women have taken hormones. But to start this part playing male, you have to come off the hormones. So that has been a discussion as well, because back in the period there weren't hormones.
That sounds like a lot of bullshit. Bullshit. I call bullshit.
I don't know if it's a real reason either.
It's cool that he was addressing it, but like he could have addressed it so much better and not like found this like random excuse.
And it's also just not true. Like not all trans women are on hormones.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, what are you even talking about?
So it's a weird. Yeah.
It sounds like he needed to think some more before he responded to those questions.
Or took the part.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you take the part, you know you're gonna get those questions. So I don't feel like.
Yeah.
I think he should have been prepared.
It's like really weird, like, because we're all saying like, why don't they ask for trans actresses and stuff? It's like because when you think about like the casting, why aren't they saying like trans women or trans actors, like trans actors needed or whatever? Because they always, because it's like whoever they put up, they say like male for this role, or they approach someone, they already know what they're going in like mind to do. They're not open to anything. That's why. Like with the Hunger Games stuff was ambiguous of you know, people think like, oh, a person of color could have automatically been Katniss, but they've literally just put Caucasian women only on the thing, and that's why no one got the, you know, because she could have, like, because Jennifer, I think people were upset, like, Jennifer Lawrence could have beat, like, a bunch of people out of the role if it was for everyone, but if it was only for 30, you know, white girls, then of course, like, she could, like, she's gonna be it, if not, there's other competition. Anyway.
I think probably one of the arguments you'll hear from the studios is that, like, they need the star power, but, like, then they're like, that's, like, that's then the question of, like, well, when's the change going to be made that, like, transgender actors are going to actually become stars so they can be represented?
Right. It's like a cycle. Like, you keep fulfilling your own prophecy, so...
It's directed by Tom Hooper, so I don't think I will see this. I don't like Tom Hooper's directing style, or, like...
What has he directed?
Les Mis and King's Speech.
Oh, right.
He lost out to David Fincher's Social Network, and it was just the saddest year.
Also, this is really interesting that my sister pointed out that Eddie Redmayne looks like Jessica Chastain in this photo. I was like, okay. Thank you so much. Sort of. So...
I don't know. I might see it depending on their reviews.
Would, like, if he... Okay, I was wondering, if they casted a woman to play a transgender woman, which they have in that movie Transamerica... No, was it called Transamerica?
I know what you're talking about with Felicity Huffman.
Yeah.
You mean they cast a cis woman?
Yeah.
Cis woman as a trans woman. Would that be better, or would that be still... It's still, like... You know, I think, because now they're not seeing, like, as man. They're not casting a man as a woman. They're casting a woman as a woman.
Still
but still,
a cis
it's like...
woman. Sorry, my voice is going.
Yeah. Go ahead, Rosie.
Yeah, I don't know if... It's hard to say what's better... Because then you're kind of getting into, like, the oppression Olympics, sort of.
Yeah.
Like, but, I don't know.
I don't think...
Much better. This, like, reminds me of Jared Leto, like, last year, Dallas Fire Club, which everyone had a lot of good things to say about that, too. But.
Okay, so we're going to end our news with that. So think about that, guys. Think about... that.
Think about all that.
And if you want to comment on it, leave us a comment. Yeah.
Comments, yes.
What do you think about Eddie Redmayne being cast as a trans woman?
Yeah.
Do you think Maya should date the Boyhood kid? Or is that just kind
of
weird?
Y'all need to stop. Why are you giving me that look?
What?
You're just like, ugh.
Oh,
he's cute. I just watched a video.
He was cute when he was 5.
Okay, no. Literally, I saw his emo phase in Boyhood, and I was like, if I knew him in middle school, it would have been over with.
So yeah, weigh in. We want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Are you out there? The moms. Really?
Moms.
Weigh in. I know my mom's not listening.
So now we are going to switch over to box office.
Yeah.
Anna, is it your turn?
No, it's Rosie's turn.
Rosie, is it your turn?
It's my turn. I don't know how to do box office, but yeah, so the number 1 movie was Focus, which I actually had to, like, click on it to see what that was, because I was like, what?
I don't know anything about it except Will Smith.
We saw the trailer.
I know, but I forgot. So I had to click it and see. I mean, as soon as I saw the poster, I was like, oh, okay, Will Smith. Yes, that movie where they're, like, doing heists or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, it looked okay. I don't know.
Apparently it did a really bad this weekend, though. It's top, but I saw a Vulture thing that said, like, pretty weak.
Considering
like opening?
Will Smith movie.
$50 million budget, and they made $19 million this weekend, which I guess isn't great. So.
Oh, well.
Poor Will Smith.
And second is Kingsman. Okay.
Kingsman Secret Service.
Yeah, Kingsman Secret Service. Looks like it's down from last week, but it still hasn't. Oh, its budget was $81 million. Wow. Well, it made it back, but.
So it made $11.7 million
this weekend.
Yes. You gotta tell us how much it made.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at it and I assume you can see it. Yeah, so...
She's screwing up.
Well, no one told me how to do it. They're just like, just do it.
We're not doing very good at that. We're just like, hey.
How many would you like me to say?
We do top 5.
Like top 5.
Okay, so number 3 is the SpongeBob movie. This weekend it made $11 million. It's made $140 million total. I assume, is that including international?
No, I think it's domestic.
That's just domestic.
This is the 4th week in top 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, good job, SpongeBob. And 50 Shades of Grey made another $10 million. Dropping, yeah. Dropped 50%. Ouch. And number 5, what is
that movie? The Lazarus Effect?
Okay, you're taking over my box office.
Sorry.
Number 5 is The Lazarus Effect. I don't know what that is, Anna. Good question.
I forgot what it was. I've heard of it, and I just...
It sounds biblical.
But yeah, it made $10.6 million, and it's the first week. Okay.
Tiny budget.
It's with Olivia Wilde.
Yeah, $3.3 million budget.
It's about
so it made it back very quickly.
Medical researcher.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, is it the horror movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like
with
Evan Peters, Donald Glover, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, right, with Olivia Wilde, yeah.
$2 million budget horror movies.
We're all mad at Donald Glover for not coming back. But yeah.
Wow, Donald. Wow.
Anything else you'd like to say about box office?
Keep it coming. I don't know.
I'm guessing my prediction is 50 Shades won't be in top 5 next week.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we should talk about like what movies. We forgot to do this.
What?
We should like talk about what movies are coming out this weekend, just in general. But I forgot.
Oh yeah.
We used to do that.
Out?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look up Regal Cinema.
Usually it's like movies coming soon, like.
Oh, Hot Tub Time Machine 2?
No, that came out.
That already came out? Alright. Oh, this is currently playing. Oh god, they're watching us drown.
Oh my god, they're watching us. We're just like trying to like figure it out. Oh god.
Oh, I'm just watching them drown too. This is fun.
Yeah.
Seaway skip while we look this up.
Oh, the second best exotic Marigold Hotel, I think, came out.
What? They made another one?
Yeah.
Oh god.
More white people in India because they made the second best.
Why do we need white people in India?
Yeah.
That's
British
so
people.
Unnecessary.
They put this.
Really
they had
the British people. It's British people. Oh god. Oh, the colonists are back. The colonists have come back.
That I was at for like 4 months because it was still like white people. White old peoples particularly love this fucking movie that they kept
they
going
really do.
back and back and
I think so too.
Shout out to Anna. My mom said it was weird. So my mom, as a Arab American woman, does not like this movie.
I think my parents like it. I think they made me see it.
So I guess look the balances. I don't know. Anyway, let's do see.
Oh god. It's so awkward every time.
It is really bad every time. I'm sorry. Alright, so
don't look at what Maya? I know. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I'm just shitting on everything. I'm sorry.
Because Rosie needs to get in on the
I feel I just feel like I'm so far away from you guys.
It's because we figured out the microphone thing. I thought you had to be on your own microphone because it was like you were quiet. Turns out the microphone was quiet.
Yeah, I'm not quiet.
Okay.
That's what we've learned.
So we're going to be talking about Birdman because it won Best Fucking Picture.
Except Rosie hasn't seen Birdman.
Rosie did not see Birdman, but I saw
watched
Birdman
it
in winter term, and you
on my computer.
Your computer with no sound?
Did not do
I have these
else.
headphones.
Oh, right, your special headphones.
Yeah.
With the microphone.
They are pretty dumb. I broke them. That microphone broke off. Those are my boyfriend's headphones, and I broke them. But he doesn't know that. I ordered him new ones.
Hi, boyfriend.
It's okay. He knows now. But I didn't tell him right away. because I felt bad. Anyways, so Birdman, it's about, here's the IMDb synopsis. A washed-up actor who once played an iconic superhero battles his ego and attempts to recover his family, his career, and himself in the days leading up to the opening of his Broadway play. So it's basically Michael Keaton, for those of you who don't know about Birdman, is, this, like they say, this, like, washed-up actor. He's kind of, like, supposed to be, like, one of the Batmans, I think, like, whoever Batmans were. Yeah. One of those old Batmans. Like, one of the Batmans.
Basically what he was, a Batman from...
wasn't George Clooney Batman and Michael Caine and...
Yeah. So he is, like, doing this Broadway play, which I guess isn't that good, and Edward Norton is, like, a famous, like, good method actor who comes in and, like, starts being an asshole in his play. And the whole thing is, like, it looks like it's in one shot. So the camera's, like, moving around these tiny hallways in this Broadway theater. It's very claustrophobic.
Is it one shot? How many shots is it?
It's not one shot.
I assumed it wasn't.
It's to one shot, but it seems... when I was, like, counting, it seemed like maybe 6, but it probably was more. Probably, like, a lot more.
Someone told me it was, like, only 3 or 4.
It seemed like it was, like, between, like, maybe 3 to 6, but there was, like, parts where it would go to dark, and you would know. There's
the shot.
There's the shot. They cut it.
The sky.
Yeah, the sky and come back down. That's easy, you know. We know. We're filmmakers.
So, I liked it. It's certainly an interesting film. It's not like, your typical Hollywood movie, I guess, and it's pretty heavy commentary on, like, performance and theater, which is interesting. And it was definitely well made. So the reason I feel like I couldn't fully, like, be like, I love this movie, like some people are, like the Academy is because someone told me that didn't care about any of the characters, which I thought was really true. Like, the movie doesn't make you care about anyone in the film like that deeply, because it's all this one shot, like, everything's happening now. There's no flashbacks. There's very little backstory for any of the characters, which is cool, but it's more... It's not a character film. And it's more about, like, human nature than it is about character. And I won't spoil it, but there's, like, a weird ending that I didn't think fit the rest of the film. It seemed out of place. Or maybe should we spoil it? I don't know. But
spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers.
There you go. Skip the next minute if you want.
They make you think, like, he kills himself on stage, and then it turns out he, like, shot his nose off, and, like, there's this weird scene in the hospital that, like, just does not fit with the tone of the rest of the film, especially after we've been in this Broadway theater for, like, 2 hours, and then suddenly we're in this hospital, and it felt like a rewrite ending. It didn't seem like it fit. But it was a good film, and it's an interesting film. It's a different kind of movie, so I think that makes it worth seeing. So if it's still in theaters, if they're, like, bringing it back because it won Best Pictures, I would say go see it. I don't think it deserved Best Picture. I wanted Boyhood to win, like Maya, but it's an interesting film, and it's an interesting watch, and you can talk about it with your friends. I'm going to give it a C. A low C.
Low C. So I saw this film in London when it came out there, which I was really excited to see this film. I was, like, overwhelmed because I was waiting to see this film, and when it finally came out, because my sister and my mom saw it in December or November when it came out in the States, early on, because they were in Chicago or whatever. So I was really excited, and I thought the movie was alright. I was not blown away, which was weird because I was so excited for this film. And, I think when I first characterized this film, I thought it was a very, very good student film, which is really, like... because, like, I think I've just seen so many, like, one-shot things that, like, people trying to make one-shot things. So I, like, applaud them on doing one-shot things because those are really hard. And I've done about 2 or 3 of them when I was in Prague, and those were enough. Like, because you have to get everything perfect and everything down, and you'll know if you fuck up. So I give them... It's, like, really interesting the way it was camera. I think that was, like, this whole, it's shot is, like, assumed to like...
Yeah, it's about performance.
Yeah, performance. So, like, having it be one shot fits the movie perfectly because you need it to be this kind of over the top. These characters are kind of over the top, and they're, mad at each other, and they need to be, like, constantly in your face and constantly, because they're all kind of these selfish, rude, inconsiderate people to each other and to themselves. But yeah, but I just thought like some of the characterization of like just, you know, Michael Keaton as this down and out actor who was big, he was famous at one time, but he wasn't now, and he sort of has these secret powers that he can like levitate, which was like a weird thing, and he has like, you know, all these things going inside his head. What is it people described? Oh, black swan for dudes. That's what it was like. This guy getting in his head. And
I hated Black Swan. So.
Oh, you hated Black Swan? Oh, I liked Black Swan actually, but like.
I'm trying to interject. I don't think he really had powers. I think he was going crazy.
Yeah, he was going crazy. So this is like his like life, and he's, you know, he's just being down and out. He's just like, you know, an old middle-aged guy who doesn't know what he wants, and he feels he's not relevant, and his, you know, daughter is not being respectful for him, but he's not being respectful towards her, and she's saying that like, you know, no one's important. Emma Stone plays his daughter / assistant, and I thought she was all right in this movie. I thought it was definitely different than what she does, but I don't know. They made her look so weird. I mean, because she was supposed to be a reformed drug addict, but they made her look weird. Like, it was like really, like, her eyes were bigger than ever, and like I felt like she was like, sometimes people were like, they were acting. There was like levels, which maybe commends to how good this film is, probably. But there just seemed like there was so much forced acting, and I didn't know if seemed like they were forced acting because they're playing a character that like they're playing characters within characters of themselves, but sometimes it just seemed like they were pushing out their acting or pushing out, because I didn't think the script was that great in general. That's why I kind of commended to a student short film, because the script didn't feel that well made with all like 3 guys that made this script. So, but in the end, it kind of it made me interested. It was very dark. I thought it was pretty funny a lot of times, and it was definitely interesting. But I guess if I would give it on a scale of like C, wait, or skip, I think I'll give it a low C. Yeah. I think since it won Best Picture, there's like a relevance to it. I don't think it should have won Best Picture, of course, but I definitely commend it for its directing style and its I think just a different thing, because I think even though I don't think it deserved to win Best Picture, there is a thing for this film to win Best Picture, because this is not safe. This is not a safe film for the Academy to vote for.
Yeah,
this is definitely a different and interesting and dark comedy film that I thought okay. So yeah, I'll give it a low C. Or if you're not into these kind of movies but you want to just like sit at home and watch it, then wait for it. But I think low C if it's around.
Yeah,
you go see it.
Yeah, well, there's a couple things I did notice too. Was like sometimes the actors would fuck up. Like a couple times Zach Galifianakis would like mess up his line or something, and they left it in.
Yeah,
I guess because they had one take, they're like, we don't want to do this whole take again.
Yeah. So he did like certain points. Like you're like,
yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Like he didn't like remember his line, or he like fidgeted, but it seemed like he was sort of going for his acting, because he was like this manager, and he was like, you need to figure it out, whatever. But it was like sound like.
But like sometimes the way he corrected his words, you could tell he was like messing up a line rather than just like stuttering while speaking.
Yeah, he did twice.
But so that was interesting. Yeah, so it's an interesting film to watch.
Yes.
Especially if you like film. I feel like it was more like a film for actors.
Film for actors.
Film
for Hollywood.
Yeah. Which is maybe a reason why the Academy did choose it, even though it is not a safe film and it's so different. But like it's a film about acting, which a lot of the Academy members, as we were saying, are actors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, sometimes that gets a little tedious to me, because I'm like, who are you making your films for? Like, is everyone just making films for filmmakers and films for writers and films for actors? Like, is that we're just, like, bouncing ideas around each other in this, like blocked off void of film Hollywood world?
And there's a difference between... because I do like stuff that is sort of meta and it is commenting on its own like genre, but yeah, you're right. There's that, and then there's creating something for a specific audience,
Yeah.
So
who's like the important audience that you're trying to reach? Like, are filmmakers and Hollywood and actors like the only people that?
Because I'd be interested in a film about acting.
Yeah, you're
that's
involved in theater, so I think it would be more interesting to me if I had been more into theater.
Mm-hmm.
But so I think you would like it. So you see it, but
We'll see.
A little bit, then just see it on Netflix.
Yeah, I probably will. That's the only way I watch anything.
This is going into, we're going to talk about the Oscar, what happened at the Oscars. Literally, guys, okay, I gotta tell you a story. So after Best Picture, announced, Boyhood lost, I think my body, I am going to project this, that it got so upset that on Monday, mid-Monday to Tuesday, I was sick. I got a cold, my nose snuffed up, I was coughing. Oh,
everyone's
man,
sick.
I felt so bad.
The Academy did not make you sick.
Yeah, they did. I was sick to that word that Boyhood losing fucked me up. But now I'm better, guys. A little bit.
And you were getting sick, right, or something?
Oh yeah, I feel better now. I don't blame the Academy. I
also don't blame the Academy.
You guys are rude. Okay, I do, because it literally happened. I woke up and I was like, y'all know. What's going on with me?
So Maya, why don't you tell us how correct were you? Because last week
I was so bad, guys. So I went in 21 of the categories. I don't vote for the shorts. So animated, documentary, live. I don't vote for those. So I got 13 out of 21, which is lower than usual. I usually get maybe between 18 to 19. I'm very close with my predictions, and I was so upset that because some of them were it's just so stupid. I don't know what happened. Some of them were I thought best visual effects. I should have put Interstellar, because
absolutely should have put Interstellar.
I put Dawn of the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, because it was a fucking great movie and it was best visual effects.
No,
apes on horses.
But you can't just vote for what was the best. You have to vote for what you think the Academy thinks is the best.
I wasn't being political with those choices. And then I put for makeup and hairstyling, I don't know what I did. I put Guardians of the Galaxy for some reason, but it didn't make sense because most of it was CGI. So I should have put Grand Budapest Hotel, because Tilda Swinton was made to an old person. She was 80 or 90 years old, and she looked really old. So should have did that. But some other interesting things. Eddie Redmayne. Oh yeah, I lost that one. I thought Michael Keaton was going to win for best actor.
I think he did too.
And because
I think Michael Keaton thought so, and Eddie Redmayne thought
really?
so.
Yeah,
I didn't get to.
It was so close with them, because Eddie Redmayne won he won a BAFTA and he won the Golden Globe, but Michael Keaton also won the Golden Globe and SAG. So it was Eddie Redmayne won the SAG. So it was I don't know. There were some weird things going on, but so it was up close. And I think people thought Michael Keaton, because the Academy is older. They like Michael Keaton. They're he deserves it for all his hard work. He played an actor, but Eddie Redmayne,
he played an actor. He is an actor.
Younger. He's he's just starting out. He'll be fine. He'll get his. But he won
for the transgender character.
For the transgender character, he was going to win for that one. But now he won for Theory of Everything. So whatever. But now he won for Theory of Everything. I was completely unexpected, but I was so glad, because Eddie Redmayne is.
Yeah, he had a great speech.
He had a really great speech.
What was I didn't get to watch it. What was Michael Keaton's reaction?
He there's a BuzzFeed thing where he is clapping. Everyone's clapping, and he had his acceptance speech in his hand, and he had to put it away in his suit, and it's just this sly whoop. Do you? I was cackling when I found it. Yeah, there was and he was in the front row too. It wasn't 3 rows, but he was right dead center front row, and he had to sneak it back in.
What else can you do? Oh
my god. Some other ones that were we had some highlights from, you remember Patricia Arquette? You remember when she had the Boyhood? She won for Boyhood, which everyone expected to win, but she had the whole thing with saying wage equality is we need to fight for women, and then Meryl Streep got super excited with Jennifer Lopez, which I didn't know they were sitting next to each other.
I know, that was fantastic.
And they were screaming, they're yes. And then Patricia Arquette, when everyone was really excited for the wage equality, and backstage she said some kind of weird
she said
wording.
some weird stuff, but I think she kind of fixed that.
Why would she do it? I missed it.
She said that we need to,
that people of color and gay people need to now fight for women's rights, and it was what? Okay, first of all, there's overlap in those categories, in case you didn't know that. Yeah. And second of all, they haven't been fighting before this?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Now, like, it's all over now.
Yeah.
Stop focusing on yourselves.
Yeah.
Focusing on me.
White women have it the worst in this country.
So, yeah, it was weird. I don't, like, she sort of fixed it, but people, you know, internet don't let go. They'd be like, got that, gif it, whatever.
Yeah, I'm kind of over it. I think she said her thing and she made up for it and like whatever. I can't hold on to that anger. Like what's the point?
So yeah, Imitation Game won for adapted screenplay, written by Graham Moore, and he made a beautiful speech about how when he was 16 years old he wanted to kill himself, but he decided to stay because, you know, your life matters, and if someone's out there that feels like, you know, like she's different, which was interesting, like he used the gender she for like if she
I didn't catch that.
Then, you know, stay weird, stay different, you'll be able to.
My dad was like, and he's not even gay, he's just weird.
Need to add some context for you.
Oh, my parents are gay. 2 gay dads.
That was so funny. Because everyone's like, yeah, he's not gay, and everyone was like, what? So he's just weird? He's a weird kid then? I understand the gay weird thing, but not just the weird thing. Like, what the hell?
If he's gay, it makes sense.
Gay, yeah. Because people were all over that. Like, what do you mean by gay being weird? Like, what do you mean by gay being different? Like, it's just not even. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
But he was talking about him having depression, so I commend him.
Yeah.
So Birdman got original screenplay, which I wasn't expecting. That's what I lost at, too. I thought Grand Budapest Hotel was lost for that, so I was very surprised. So Glory won for Selma, and they did a
that
phenomenal performance.
Was amazing.
It was amazing. We were all like silent when we were at the Oscar party. We were all like sitting there like watching.
And we were a pretty loud group. Oh, do you want to explain what the setup was?
Oh yeah, so we were in Wilder 101, everyone who was an Oberlin person, and so there was about 50
just
people.
a really big room in our student union building.
People. I turned on the volume kind of loud or whatever, and we would usually talk through people's performances, like the one for the old guy. I forgot. He had one with Toby Keith or whatever. They had the country one. People were talking through that one.
Oh.
People were talking through other things.
Right.
Like there was like people going on, and then when Glory came on, we all were like, silent. We did not know. So, yeah, that one was really good.
It was really fun to watch it with a bunch of people too. Yeah. I wasn't here when Maya is a part of the Oberlin film series, and they put it on, and I wasn't here when they did it last year because I was in London. But yeah, it's just like, it's like a great group experience and like communal experience, and yeah, I feel like sometimes I did want people to shut up for certain moments. I was like, no, I like want to hear this. But for the most part, it was like we were pretty in sync, and we were like Lady Gaga's performance. We were like, yes, Gaga, yes, she's so good.
I love our row. We had like the first row was like a great row. Well, first and second row, because it was a great group of people. I would actually just like watch it with those kids.
Yeah, we were the best.
Because we were like sitting there, and Lady Gaga comes on. We're all like looking at each other like, what the heck? And we're all like leaning, and then she cuts off. We're all like, we just like get up, and we're like slightly half up, half not. And we're like, yes, Gaga, yes! And we're like screaming. We were like, what the hell is going on?
There were a lot of people there. I didn't get to say
so
good. But it was like, like 50 people.
And then we were bowing to Julie Andrews.
Oh yeah,
like,
Julie Andrews came out, that freaked us out. Oh man, we were all over the top.
Missed out on all the fun.
Let's see. Otherwise, everything else was okay. Whiplash won for film editing, which I didn't expect. I thought Boyhood.
Yeah, that's the only one I
think.
Yeah, and Tom Cross, who won, was actually surprised too. He did not expect himself to win, because I thought Boyhood was going to win. I at least thought they were going to get that.
12 years of footage.
12 years of footage, which was a lot of footage.
Yeah.
It was brought down to a 2 and a 45-minute film, 2 hour 45-minute film. But yeah, what do you guys think about Neil Patrick Harris as Oscar host?
I didn't like him, but did you see all of it, or did you?
No, I barely saw him. I saw, I came in, I don't remember when I came in, and then I left after In Memoriam, so I didn't see any of the good categories.
Well, yeah, so his opening number was fantastic, like we all knew it was going to be, and I think his jokes, I don't know who the wrote his jokes, but they were terrible.
Yeah.
They were just not funny.
Some of them were improv, which I don't consider him an improv kind of person to be like rolling off the tongue, you know?
Yeah.
There was also some jokes that he made, like the improv
they were
jokes
off color and just
off color from like. So a live action, the person who won for the documentary short was about veterans, about the call, the hotline for veterans.
Suicide hotline.
And the woman was saying that, she like wants to thank her children, especially one who committed suicide. And then she was wearing this kind of balls attached like scarf thing, which was like interesting when she came up. But then at the end of that, Neil Patrick Harris says, that woman has a lot of balls to wear that dress or something in that term. And that was like off color to say, like right after she said,
just talking about her kids' suicide.
Yeah, one was also cringeworthy was the Annie joke with David.
He
kept saying David. I'm gonna say it wrong too.
Well, but you're not hosting the Oscars.
Yellow Wall.
You learn how to say people's names if you're hosting the Oscars.
Yeah. Oh, and the box.
It was just so not funny.
Was not funny. And
what's the box?
So the box was.
It was
he
a
had
shtick.
this thing of this like predictions that were going to happen during the Oscars that he's kept in a box off the stage, and he has like a live feed going to it and everything, and it's going to be there, and he'll announce it at the end. And he got Octavia Spencer, which was improv, which I read online after the Oscars that was improv, for her to watch the box. And it was like a weird thing for him to constantly like ask her if she watching the box, like Octavia Spencer for winning best supporting actress. She's an Oscar winner, and you're gonna ask her to watch a box and make sure she doesn't get snacks. Like, come on, people were like really thinking that she could have been used some other time. And then I think there's some jokes were like mostly like that.
I think he made an American Sniper joke that was like...
Oh yeah, he made an American Sniper joke that wasn't that great.
What
was it?
I don't remember. My dad was talking about how awful it was. But I don't know. I think if he had a better... Like, he has such stage presence and he's so charming and he makes for a really good host, which is why he's been such a fantastic Tony's host for how many years now? Yeah. So I think that it was just... bad writers. They just, it didn't work. Mm-hmm. Just didn't work.
Yeah, because usually they get comedians to do the writing, but they don't think they have the comedian doing the writing.
No,
which I think,
they didn't.
Which is like usually what happens. Yeah, I thought he's so good as Tony's. He was all right as an Emmys host, but like Tony's was his game, and I thought maybe because it's, that's his domain. People, I feel like when I see the Tonys, when I'm watching them, they seem way more relaxed than Oscars. Like Oscars seem way more strict. People, there. So,
who was the best Oscar host in recent years? You guys.
What I would say, Hugh Jackman was really good. Especially,
I don't think I saw that one.
If you see Hugh Jackman opening ceremony, it beats out anything that I've seen in the past year, past 7 years or so. He was pretty good.
I liked Ellen.
Ellen was pretty alright.
Good.
I had the selfie. That was fun.
It was that one was also kind of gimmicky.
Yeah.
Which is where we're at apparently now.
Yeah.
Steve Martin.
The producers are like, we need people to watch.
Hosted. I remember Anne Hathaway and James Franco.
Yeah.
Train wreck. I don't think I watched that one.
I watched a little bit of it, and that was just like, you knew she was on that boat by herself in the middle of.
But then it provided a lot of material for Tina and Amy at the Globes.
Yeah. But I think my future host, I would love Jimmy Fallon to do it. I think him and the Roots,
God, I love him.
Throw them in there, let him do it.
Yeah.
Let the Roots play people out.
He's great at just being gracious and good at getting people.
Yeah, to be he's so excited. Yeah, he makes them look
and
good.
relaxing them.
Relaxing. So I think even if he made it Jimmy made some bad bad joke, not off color ones, but just bad ones, it wouldn't be that bad. I think that's
I think you should put that out there into the
I'm gonna put that out there, guys.
We'll probably wrap up soon. So we have anything going on campus this week? Let me check out.
So we have those Pixar people.
When's that coming?
Friday.
So
there's 2 people from Pixar. One was a producer, one does help animation or something. Anna's gonna
I'm gonna find it,
and they're coming to Oberlin to talk to us, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
And there's like a more technical
meeting
talk in the morning at 10 a.m., right?
Yeah, it's in the Apollo main studio, and then they're having a regular talk at the Apollo theater, which might be... I think
12 p.m.
Yeah, 12 p.m. It might be in the screening room, but they're probably going to switch it to the actual main hall.
So it's the producer, Nicole Grindle and Jamie Wolf, the producers, I guess, at Pixar. Oh, yeah, sorry. And it's part of the Creativity and Leadership Speaker Series. Okay, so Jamie Wolf's the Pixar Staff Development Manager. So it's more about, like, cultivating a brand, I think, is what it's probably going to be more. But it'll be cool.
Yeah.
Pixar's cool. All you business film people out there.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to make money.
Mm-hmm.
It's important.
I also know if you have a music video that you want to show, the Oberlin Film Co-op wants your submissions, so find those flyers around campus. What else?
Big Lebowski?
Big Lebowski, that was last week.
Okay.
What's this week?
Nothing. I think the one for next week is Princess Mononoke is for next week. Midnight, 9:30 on Thursday, midnight on Friday, which that's nice of them to do.
Yeah, we're old. 9:30.
And what's coming out at the Apollo?
I have no idea. I've checked. It says Birdman and Whiplash and
they're not updated?
And Kingsman right now. So, oh yeah, Wednesday shorts from the Cleveland Film Festival. They're playing some shorts at 8 p.m. on Wednesday.
Yeah, I've seen those posters around.
So, yeah.
Prince, oh no, they don't have anything on the Apollo, so I guess it'll be a surprise for all of us.
It'll be a surprise for all of us. We'll let you know.
What happens to the Apollo on Friday.
Yeah.
We'll all find out together.
All right, guys. So we'll check you back here. Check you back here. That was
every chick check you back ends awkwardly.
We'll check you back here.
We'll check you back here next week with another movie and some more news and some more silliness and some more shout-outs.
And no more Oscars.
No more Oscars.
No more Oscars.
We're done with the Oscars. We're done with award shows. Except for the Kids' Choice Awards.
Are we gonna cover that?
We should cover it.
We gotta cover it.